Hello, friends. Welcome to the Morning Five. I'm your host, Michael Ware, President and CEO of the Center for Christianity and Public Life. Today is Thursday, March 12th. Let's begin with a passage from Exodus 19. There Israel encamped before the mountain, while Moses went up to God. The Lord called to him out of the mountain, saying, "Thus you shall say to the house of Jacob, and tell the people of Israel, you yourselves have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings, and brought you to myself. Now, therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession among all peoples, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words that you shall speak to the people of Israel." So Moses came and called the elders of the people and set before them all these words that the Lord had commanded him. All the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do. And Moses reported the words of the people to the Lord. And the Lord said to Moses, "Behold, I am coming to you in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with you, and may also believe you forever." May God bless the reading of his word. Friends, thank you for joining us for the Morning Five. Today, let's get into our news updates. First, an international energy organization in charge of oil reserves said yesterday that it will release the most oil from its stockpile in its history, 400 million barrels, as America's war with Iran is sending energy costs higher. Releasing this amount will deplete the global oil emergency stockpiles by about a third, according to the Washington Post. The organization's executive director said the release is intended to address oil market fluctuations that are, quote, unprecedented in scale. Next up, a Republican senator who has long supported maintaining the Senate's 60-vote threshold for most legislation has reversed his position. Texas Senator John Cornyn, who is facing a primary challenger and is seeking President Trump's endorsement, said yesterday that he wants to change the filibuster rule to advance a voter registration bill requiring photo identification for voters. "After careful consideration, I support whatever changes to Senate rules that may prove necessary," he said of the election bill and funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Last, for today's news highlights, a bit of news from across the pond. The UK is ejecting dozens of members of its House of Lords, the upper chamber of Parliament, as part of a plan to remove those who inherited their positions as members of the aristocratic class. Those being removed in the coming weeks include earls, viscounts, and dukes from the 800-member parliamentary body. "Our Parliament should always be a place where talents are recognized and merit counts," the UK's Minister of Government said. "It should never be a gallery of old boys' networks, nor a place where titles, many of which were handed out centuries ago, hold power over the will of the people." Now we'll do something a bit different for our longer segment today. I want to let you know that CCPL has launched a publication on Substack where we'll share essays, commentary, book reviews, weekly news roundups, original essays from myself, from other CCPL staff, also from outside contributors, experts, academics, public officials. I am so excited about this effort. I hope you'll subscribe for free to The Heart of the Public at theheartofthepublic.org. Again, that's theheartofthepublic.org. I wrote the first essay, the launch essay for this publication that was published today, and I wanted to read from it for you. "American politics today is deeply, obviously reactive. This is the defining feature of our political dysfunction. Political disagreement is not unusual. In fact, it's a necessary feature of politics. Deep, bitter antagonism between our political parties and people groups is not necessary. And it is a real problem today, but it is not what sets this moment apart. Political content is driving political purpose. This is what happens when a societal crisis of meaning is met with technological and sensory overwhelm. When the Center for Christianity and Public Life launched in 2022, we did so with this understanding of the moment and an acute awareness that the shape and character of faith in this country, especially Christianity, would play a central role in determining our national trajectory. It is imperative that Christianity not become subsumed by our reactive politics for the sake of the faith and for the good of the country. Christianity offers essential resources that our public life desperately needs right now, and they should be advanced not as an imposition or in a spirit of domination, but rather they should be offered as an act of loving service toward the good of the public. Recently, Rahm Emanuel surveyed the nascent primary for the 2028 Democratic presidential nomination and saw two lanes developing, a resistance lane and a renewal lane. It's a helpful framework for considering the choices offered to all of us. As I look out at our public life generally, this is what I see. People across the political spectrum who seem motivated by what they oppose and what they hate, and people who are pursuing some vision of the good. Resistance is important. There are some ideas and forces that require resistance. But resistance is a poor standalone strategy and an even poorer ultimate aim. From the beginning, we have been clear at CCPL. What we are after is not resistance, but renewal. And we want it everywhere. I want to invite you into this project of civic renewal. It is a project that requires more than 10-point plans. It is a project that is not achieved with the election of a candidate. Civic renewal will follow the renewal of our own desires, of what we want our politics to be like, and our vision for our own contribution to build it. At CCPL, our work is oriented towards civic renewal. We believe the kind of people we are has much to do with the kind of politics that we have. Therefore, we invest significantly into the formation of current and future civic leaders through our Public Life Fellowship program, the Community of Young Christians in Politics, our Public Good Generation program, and our support for civic leaders, pastors, and congregations with resources like the Spirit of Our Politics. We believe Christianity offers essential resources that benefit the public good. And so we work to offer those resources through creative public interventions like our annual summit, our Journal of Ideas, speaking and teaching across the country, media engagement, and now through this Substack, The Heart of the Public. We need more than resistance. We need renewal, and it won't happen without you. So thank you for being here. That is the opening essay for the launch of The Heart of the Public, and again, would really encourage you to subscribe. It would mean a lot, and it's I think going to be an increasingly valuable way to engage with our work at the Center for Christianity and Public Life. You can learn more and subscribe at theheartofthepublic.org. Theheartofthepublic.org. All right, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Father, always near us, may your name be treasured and loved. May your rule be completed in us. May your will be done here on earth in just the way it is done in heaven. Give us today the things we need today. Forgive us our sins and impositions on you, as we are forgiving all who in any way offend us. Please don't put us through trials, but deliver us from everything bad, because you are the one in charge, and you have all the power, and the glory too is all yours forever, which is just the way we want it. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today. As always, the Morning Five is brought to you in partnership with the That Sounds Fun Network, supported by the Center for Christianity and Public Life. If you'd like to learn more about our work at CCPL, you can visit ccpubliclife.org. Hope you have a blessed Thursday, and we'll be back on Monday with the Morning Five. Thanks for listening.